Today we are going to take a look at the MP-13 Masterpiece Soundwave. Now, with this character being one of the most iconic in Transformer history, they made several variations of them, and I'm lucky enough to have a few of those, so I thought this would kind of serve as a nice little Soundwave collage here at the beginning of the video, and also by using it as size comparison. So if you have any of these, a figure from one of these lines, it gives you a really good idea of how tall this guy actually is, and we'll also do some comparisons whenever he's in, some other Masterpiece figures. But here is the guy of the hour, or actually this is not going to be an hour-long video, but the guy of the video, Masterpiece Soundwave. Then you have the original G1 Soundwave, the Mighty Mug Soundwave, and I'll probably quit calling them all Soundwave because it's pretty obvious who they all are. The Action Master version, and then in the Walkman, or I'm just going to call it Walkman or Boombox, whatever you guys prefer, the Encore reissue, the Prime, and the Fall of Cybertron. So a really nice size comparison there for you guys. Now, one thing I did want to point out before we get into accessories, what he comes with, transformation, articulation, and more size comparisons, is he does come with quite a few things. Now, this is the Takara version. It was $190, and you ordered it on whatever toy online store that you wanted to buy them from. Now, Hasbro's coming out with a version that includes everything that you got with this. Probably only going to be about $120, $125, and you're also going to get the 4 additional cassettes, which were going to cost $60 for 2 through Takara. So what I personally did is I canceled my pre-orders for those 4 cassettes, which is $120. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the Hasbro version, which is going to equal out the same amount of money, and I basically get a free Soundwave. So that's something that I would recommend if you guys already have the Takara version. If you don't, then you might want to jump on that Hasbro one whenever it releases in June or July. So let's go ahead and get these guys out of the way. So there's a little early buying tip for you guys. And we'll move G1 to the side because we'll use him a little bit later when we do some more comparisons. But the first thing that I wanted to take a look at is the new Laserbeak, which absolutely looks awesome. As you can see, he's got his little camera up here like he did in the 86 animated movie and a few episodes. The articulation on this guy, I mean, you can bend this wing. I just kind of have it tilted like that because I thought it kind of looked a little bit better than just both of them straight out. I guess it's all preference there, but he can even fold them in just like so as well. And you can have him just have his legs like this and have him perched up on Soundwave's shoulder or on the ground, whatever you'd like to do. But really cool. A lot of detail went into this guy. And we'll bring him back here in a second, but I did want to do a comparison with the G1 Laserbeak. So as you can see, really nicely done. There's no loose weapons that that you have to apply or anything like that. So it's all in the transformation. So really good job by Takara. A couple of other things that he comes with. He comes with this nice little Energon cube. It is removable here. And you also got this little grid thing that can fit on Soundwave's chest, and you can plug it onto here. We'll bring Soundwave back here for a second, and then you could plug it on right there. So like he's dispensing Energon cubes to go get filled. Now, one thing I did want to point out, one of the other accessories is you have this pink cassette holder, which I don't really understand the madness behind it, why you would make this pink and make that white. It seems like they should be vice versa. I don't know if that was a mistake in the factory, but I know that you can go to the Takara website and go print off little pink paper things and like go to a LaserJet printer place like Kinko's or something like that so that these can be pink, but I don't see why they didn't just make them pink initially. So that's just my little rant on that. Some of the other things that he comes with, this little paper that I believe is in Japanese that none of us understand. You also got a nice little Soundwave card, and we'll just make sure that focuses in. So nice little card there, and on the back all his little stats. Same thing with Laserbeak, or what they are calling Condor, and all his little stats and all that stuff over there. And then as far as instruction manual, you get a really nice lengthy actually instruction manual. There's probably a little bit of history about Soundwave himself there, all his accessories, things that he comes with. And it goes in detail about every little thing. I mean, there's a page there just on one of his blasters. There's a page there on his little sensor that comes on his back, which I'll show you in a bit. Just keeps on going on and on. There's the 2 pages right there on his eject feature, which is really cool, and I'll show that to you in a minute. I'll probably get it wrong because I'm not any good with gimmicks. And coming around here to the back, and you see some of the other, just make sure it's focused in, some of the other sound waves that they've come out with. There's a lot of Bayformer ones, which I don't own any Bayformers because I don't like them, but I might have to buy those 3. By a lot, meaning like 3. So, but you could also cut these off and put them inside this little grid section and put it on Soundwave's chest, or get copies. I know some people are doing that as well, and that way you don't have to cut up your instruction booklet. And the last piece of instructions that it comes with, if 2 pages wasn't enough, there is a little bit more closer look at the little tape feature, little gimmick thing. Now, some of the other accessories, you saw that he had some applied already, was the nice Megatron gun that we also got with the MP-01. So pretty much the same thing. This barrel, or not the barrel, but the what is this? The stock. It can move, down, so you can put it like that. So you can put it in multiple transform or masterpiece figures' hands. You can also slide it that way, so maybe he can fit into someone that has a little bit skinnier hand, like Sideswipe or something like that, if he stole this gun. But if you wanted to remove it all, you could press, if this will come down, there we go. You can remove the stock, you can also remove the side and the silencer, and then you have yourself just the Walter P-38 Megatron gun, which is really cool. So we'll go ahead and put that to the side as well. And we'll do one more size comparison. I know I'm kind of all over the place with the review, but kind of sick, and I'm trying to do it kind of quick. And there's just so much stuff to cover. But there's a nice little shot there. Make sure it's focused in. Gives you a really good idea of how much, MP-10 is a little bit taller than Soundwave there, maybe about a half a head, and then he's obviously quite a bit larger than Sideswipe and Red Alert. So fits right in with everyone else. All right, and do a couple of comparisons with him. He does have the die-cast feet, which was the exact same on the G1, so that's something that I really do appreciate. And then they paid, a lot of attention to, this guy whenever they made Masterpiece, because that's what Masterpiece is for. It's to make those G1 figures that they always put on the box art, and we thought that we were getting when we were like little kids, and then when you open it up, the guy was like a brick, and maybe his elbows moved or something like that. But that was pretty much all the articulation that we got. So now we're finally getting those, and I absolutely love the Masterpiece line. And just kind of get them both towards the back. Now, where you used to put his cannon and his gun in his little battery pack, and they served as batteries, these will just attach to the sides, and we'll show you that whenever we put them in transformation mode. But a lot of the little gimmicks that he had, he also has as well, so really nicely done. And we'll go ahead and put him to the side. A couple other accessories before we get into the articulation and transformation. You had this cannon right here, and basically to transform it, you're going to push the handle down, push this together, and then push that in, just like so. And this will fit on this side. There's a little peg here and a little hole right there. This will just fit nicely. There it is, right there. And where this one would usually come off, like on the G1, it actually can move, or you can't even see that, I apologize. It can move back and forth, side to side. So to transform it, you would actually move it and rotate it down, and it would sit right in there, just like so. Now the other little accessory he has, and this is the last one. I don't even know what this is called, I forgot. But it's not that important. I put this hand in and rotate this in, and it just plugs in on the side. So pretty cool. Like I said, a ton of stuff came with this guy. So it's I don't want to say you play with your toys, but if you do, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. But as far as articulation goes, he can move his head 360. He can go up and down. One of the little nitpicks that I have with him is that they didn't paint his neck blue. I think it's just kind of like a white plastic, so that's something that I think that they kind of missed the boat on that. That would have made him probably a 10 out of 10, but because of that little thing, I'm going to say it's probably like a 9.75 out of 10. I mean, he's still a great figure. He can also move his shoulders 360 here. He can go in and out. He can also go in and out at this joint here. He can rotate at the bicep 360. His elbows are double jointed, so really nice there. His hands can rotate here. His thumb is actually molded into place, so you're not going to get any movement out of that. The bottom three fingers are like a clamp, like most of the other Masterpiece figures. And this index finger here is just like MP-10s, that the way that you push it in, you got to be very careful with it. Otherwise, it's going to pop off and fly across your room, and good luck finding it. And one thing I will show you real quick, if I can get him out. I know that you've probably seen this already, and a lot of people have been showing it off, but he can, move his finger up to where he could hit his own eject button, which is really cool because he's got those double jointed elbows. So let's go ahead and there goes his finger. Let's see, we'll get that back on there. Get on there, dude. All right. Oh, I think it came off again. Sorry about that. That's what I was talking about with his finger. So you got to be very careful. That was a problem that I really wish they would have fixed after they saw how bad it was with MP-10, but I guess they didn't bother. And we'll go ahead and flip that in so I don't have to worry about these hands anymore. And we'll look at the rest of the articulation. He can move 360 here at the waist. He can move the leg all the way forward. That's about as far back as he can go. He can bend the knee 90 degrees. He can also rotate here at the hip. He can also rotate here at the knee. And his foot can go down and side to side, so you got some foot posability. You can get them all in those poses that you like. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy transformed. First thing that we're going to do is just kind of push these all together here, and we're going to put this battery pack there and pull down on this section. It's been a few days since I've transformed him, so hopefully we get everything right. Alright, and then you're going to push back here. You'll see how this kind of lines up now. Before it was kind of like that. You want to make sure you push that back. This little thing keeps on popping off. There we go. And then with this section here, there's these little flaps. You're going to raise up on those. And you will bring those around just like so. Now with these legs, you're actually going to rotate here at the knee. And at first, if you just grab this part, it'll rotate at the hip. So you want to make sure that you keep that there and you just rotate there at the knee. Lift these sections up. And then with the toe, come up just like so. So come out and then come up. There we go. And come up just like that. To the side. So it's a lot of it is just like the G1 version. Then pull these up just like so. And to get them in there, what you're going to do is this button here on the side. Oh, damn that thing. Push that and that'll slide down into place and then you can click it in there. Do the same with this one. Push that, slide that in place, and then you can click that in there. And God, man, this thing is giving me all the trouble in the world. Alright, so with this part here, you're going to bend this around, and this little clip right here is going to fit on the inside there. There we go. And do the same with this one here. Alright. That thing? No. Okay, I thought it popped off again. And just kind of make sure everything is tight. And this last part right here, you are going to come up with this little section there. Come forward, spread those out, come down, press up, and there you have Soundwave in its boombox mode. And I'll bring the camera down a little bit so you can get a good look at it. Almost forgot something. Alright, so we'll get a little 360 of this, and then we'll do some comparisons, and then we'll transform Laserbeak. So really nicely done. I think it looks fantastic. One of the things that you can put in there, one of his accessories, to kind of fill in this gap area, is you can plug this down here, and it kind of fills that in a little bit. Now, again, a lot of nice details. The switch, it goes on and off. It kind of looks like you have some little Walkman or boombox settings here. Does eject. You can press that button and press that button as well. They don't do anything, but it's kind of cool. Then you have this little, I guess, little kind of LED looking thing that it doesn't light up or anything, but it's still kind of cool looking. Then the volume switch does work. And I think that's pretty much it for the little gimmicks and stuff like that. Now here it is compared to the Encore. So as you can see, there's a huge size difference here, especially throughout the width of it. And we'll do one more size comparison. Here we have G1 Blaster. And as you can see, that Blaster's still quite a bit larger than Masterpiece Soundwave, but as far as the width, you know, this guy's a lot more bulkier. Alright, so now we will take a look at Laserbeak, and we will do his transformation. Just let me get my camera in. Make sure it's focused. Alright, there we go. So the first thing you're going to do is make sure these wings are all straight. You're going to bring those forward, just like so. Make sure his little camera is in. Then with these feet, going to bring these down. And with this section here, you're going to bring these top sections and fold those down, just like so. Close these little top wing things up. Sorry about doing this while I'm sick, guys. I apologize. Close those up, and then with the head, just come down just like so. Now here, where's that tape at? Here you can see that here is the G1 Ravage, and he's absolutely the same size, which is really cool. So as demonstration, we'll open this up, and what you can do is you can fit 3 in there. So right now I've got it set to 1. You can push that back all the way, and you can see that it goes back there pretty far, or maybe you can. But if you wanted it to come forward 1 and just hold 2 tapes, you just press down on that. Now it can hold 2. Press down on that again, and now it only holds 1. So what we want to do is, let's see, am I doing this right? Probably not. Man, they gave me 2 pages to make sure I got it right. Put that guy in there. There you go. So we got the 2 tapes in there. You press this, take your Laserbeak out, shut that, press that down. Now we have Ravage at the front. Take that out. There we got our tape. So pretty cool. I'll give you guys one last little look at it. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is take this little section off here, and we're going to transform them back. The first thing we're going to do is this section, pull this forward, pull up, pull these together, bring that back around, and then pull down with these. Alright. Then you're going to come out with these sections. You kind of want to put your fingernail in there, and that's why I didn't really clip them today, so that I could finish this up. Put your fingernail in there and kind of pull it away while, if this works, there we go, pulling this out. Otherwise you're going to have a little bit of difficulty with it. And do the same with this one. Kind of pull this out with your fingernail. And just pull this all the way out. Alright. Then with the legs, you're going to come out with those. There we go. And let me adjust the camera a little bit here. Go ahead and extend these and bring them down. Do the same with this one. And then you just rotate here at the knee. You can pull out the feet and bring that down. Pull those out and put the feet in place. And lay these down to the side. And there you have your feet. Get this guy stand. Alright, now with this back section, you're just going to open the shoulders, click those in place, pull these sides down. Go ahead and pull this off. I'm surprised it didn't even just fall off. Spin this around. Open this back section. Reveal his head. And come forward with his chest, just like so. And then you can come out with this hand, and then you have, Soundwave transformed back again. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't picked this figure up, to me it's worth $190. To me, because I really like the Masterpiece figures, and that's kind of what I collect. If you're a little tight on money, I would wait for the Hasbro version. It's going to be going fast, so around that June, July time, make sure you check in with your Toys R Us and find out, do they know exactly when they're going to start coming in? Find out when they have trucks coming in, and that way you can hit it up every single morning. That's what I usually do. That's how I always got my Masterpiece figures. Is my trucks always came on Wednesday and Friday, so I would be there at first thing when they open on Wednesday and Friday and try to get one of those figures. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully this helped you, and I'll talk to you later.